Hi, this is Douglas Anderson, CEO of Wall Street Capital Partners and chairman of Metaterra Inc. Uh, I'm here today with Monika Proffitt. I love that last name. It's appropriate for the New York Stock Exchange and what we're talking about today.
I'm Monika Proffitt, tokenomics expert and blockchain veteran, and I'm so excited to be here with you. And I promise I come by my name totally honestly.
So, you have a marvelous book that's really the kind of Bible for blockchain. Can you tell us just a little bit about the book before we get started to talk about our exciting subjects today?
Sure, I wrote Blockchain 101 back in 2018 when I realized that none of my cousins knew what I did. They didn't understand this amazing technology that I was so passionate about. And so I thought, why don't I write a book for smart people that don't want to feel like if they're asking stupid questions? So it's very fundamental, it's basic, but I wanted it to really show people and showcase this incredible technology that's changing financial technology as well as transactions, money, and the internet in general.
Well, I'm very happy to be able to talk to you about this subject today then, because you're an expert on it. I mean, you can't get much more credible than that. So you've taken a look at Metaterra and our infrastructure, what we've built, what we've accomplished, where we're going and what we're doing. What are your thoughts?
First of all, I wrote that book back in 2018, and I was an enthusiast back then. And I think being early looked a lot like being wrong. I was trying to tokenize real-world assets a very long time ago to no avail. It was far too early. So it's so exciting now to see Wall Street showing up and really big money, big investments, big ideas coming together to finally engage with the excitement of tokenization. I mean, tokenization is something that enables so much more in the infrastructure world. And I'm excited to see you guys have finally got an appetite for it.
Well, you know what they say at the New York Stock Exchange, go big or go home. And so that's what we're doing. We're going big. In fact, the new capital airport in Bucharest, Romania, will be the largest tokenized asset in the world. And we're working very fast and deliberately to make that happen. Our investments are coming in now. And over the next 30 to 60 days, we'll have our anchor investments and we're going to grow from there. We've got all our permissions and everything. Next week, we're going to have some officials in from Romania, government officials that will let us know which area of the country this wonderful project's going. And I'm curious to know your thoughts about the mechanics of what we're doing, the real world asset tokenization, and what your thoughts are on that.
Well, in terms of tokenization, the first thing that it enables the user on any level, whether it's the issuer or the purchaser, the investor, it allows you to fully digitally track everything about that investment in real time in a fraud-proof manner. So that kind of transparency is very exciting. I think for anyone, whether they're a small investor or a large investor, they're going to see a lot more of the benefits of this technology and the security of their investment. But also, the tokenization itself means that you're kind of capturing a wave of new users that can use new ways to even invest their money. So that's very exciting as well. The rails that they're going to be enabled with this tokenization is incredible from an investment standpoint. But from the standpoint of the utility, this is an airport project. I mean, imagine a huge brand new airport. You know, if you can imagine JFK walking through with something as seamless as a tokenized entire system, all of the substrate of it, everything you go to eat, all of the stores, even your ticketing, your identity, everything being on the blockchain. It sounds fancy, but it just means very, very easy. It's going to be so much easier for users to engage with all of those different now currently fractionalized little engagements for purchase and for identity. And now it's going to be seamless. That is very exciting. And also it creates more security for the entire infrastructure itself and for the airport.
Not to mention the city that surrounds it. You know, we're going to do that as well. So it's an amazing achievement. We're determined to do it. You mentioned transparency. That's why we're here. That's why we're bringing this company public. We don't hide in the shadows. We're ready to do monthly, quarterly, annual reports meet the highest standards of reporting and gap standards, all of that stuff. So the Securities and Exchange Commission, FINRA, all those standards are going to be met. We're going to use the best accountants, the best attorneys to make sure that we are as solid as you can get and as open and transparent to the investors as we can get. We also brought on the strongest team possible for this purpose. We're talking about co-founder of Carlyle Group, one of the most important funds in the world that's currently employing some 300,000 people around the globe with their portfolio. I think 500 billion plus in assets. We're talking about a former editor of the Wall Street Journal and one of the leading economists in the world is on our board of advisories. We're talking about guys who were pioneers in cell phone technology, pioneers in building Google, pioneers in building real networks, the streaming. And so it's a logical transition that they're going in this direction. The CEO of the company, Hakan Torhan, his logical progression was he started in bank machines. He was one of the first guys to pioneer bank machines throughout his country, private bank machines. And then he realized, geez, there's these POS machines where, a credit card can be read from these transaction points. So he got into those. And what's the next logical transition from there? It's your cell phone. Absolutely. And a wallet on your cell phone is the next transition from there. And so he's brought that technology that follows in a perfect line to now we're going to bring a company public. We're going to tokenize the largest asset in the world that's ever going to be put on there. And believe it or not, we have another one coming after this that's even bigger. So it's going to be something else. And I'm so happy to have you here because you're really seeing what you were envisioning and thinking about years ago.
Oh my gosh, blockchain day in the sun is finally here. It's so exciting. It's true. As a blockchain person, there was this real friction when we didn't have a lot of regulatory clarity. For the longest time, I could understand why folks on Wall Street would say, can't touch that, been told not to touch it. And we were all saying, but this is incredible. And actually, it makes all of your systems upgraded. Come on. And so now that we have that regulatory clarity, it is just amazing what now you guys are you're unhandcuffed. You're actually allowed to come and play with us in this space that I've been in for 10 years and absolutely loved. But I know that there have been these risks that have always, not from bad activity, but just from the authorities and the powers that be not understanding what this technology can do and what we're using it to do. Yeah. Just like the first wave of the internet, the communication wave of the internet when email was so big and websites were just starting. The first earliest things that people did with that was, porn. Though, it's not like new technology that only blockchain is going to be used for something nefarious initially and then eventually get mainstream adoption. I think that's part of just human nature engaging with new technology sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's manifest destiny. The settlers are now crossing the plain and we're going to establish things. What's great about it, though, is the reception that I've gotten from blockchain and crypto community has been welcoming. They're not running away from, reporting and compliance and things like that. They're running to it.
We've been waiting for you. We've been hoping you would come. Yes.
And so it's exciting to say, hey, you're willing to become part of our world, and we're ready to come in. So
yeah,
it's a really great.
Well, great. You are still somewhat like a Lewis and Clark in this space. Like forging the past, but it's very nice to see that you're coming into the new world with us because we've been waiting for you for a long time.
Well, it's like we're giving birth to something, isn't it? So, we even got a song to go with it. So I'll tell you, again, it's so great to have you here. We need to keep working together. Maybe you could get involved with Metaterra as well one of these days. And I think we have some very interesting things coming in the near future, some tokens that are going to be released. And I think everybody's going to recognize that name, and it's going to be a global sensation.
Well, it makes you keep an eye out. To my blockchain brethren, keep an eye out for the airdrops. They're coming. And so download the wallet and be ready. It's going to be very exciting.
Okay, well, again, so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today, and hope to see you soon.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes, happy holidays to everyone.